The Jammu and Kashmir Assembly has passed the controversial anti-India resolution tabled by the National Conference in the Assembly today. On the phone line with me is Mir Fareed with more details. Yes, Fareed.
Yes, the resolution has been passed. I can tell you that there was a discussion on the resolution. Basically, all the parties who were there in the Legislative Council were not opposed to the contents of the resolution. Basically, it was a game of ownership of that resolution. Basically, every party wanted to own this particular resolution. You have to understand the politics behind this resolution. The state of Jammu and Kashmir is tool bound. So basically catering, in fact, these parties think that this is the local sentiment. So everyone wanted to basically own this resolution, but it was brought by Indo-Pak, who is of course the legislator of the National Conference in the Council. He had brought this resolution yesterday, and there was furor on it. The PDP and other parties basically saying that the government wants to own it, and it has in fact that there should also be incorporated. And today finally there was a discussion on it where there were certain amendments that were demanded by various members who wanted that their viewpoints should also be accommodated, and the government should not be seen as something that's totally tilted towards the ruling party, and the speaker, or should I say the chairman, should come in. So today there was a discussion on it, and finally this controversial resolution has been passed by the JK Legislative Council, wherein they have said in this resolution that they say the government of India, in fact the state government, should really start or restart
We seem to have a poor audio connection with our correspondent Mir Fareed over there. We'll try and patch him back again. But here's what we are getting at the moment. The Jammu and Kashmir Assembly has passed a controversial anti-India resolution. There was some debate in the Assembly before this resolution was passed. Now, this resolution essentially says that India and Pakistan must resume talks to ensure that there is peace in the valley. Do remember that India, in fact, had called off the Foreign Secretary level talks after the Pakistani High Commissioner to New Delhi, Abdul Basit, had in fact gone ahead and spoken with separatists even before the foreign secretaries were to meet in Delhi on the 25th of August. The talks were then called off. Now, this resolution, of course, has been passed even as there have been continuous ceasefire violations. Mir Fareed is back on the phone line with us. Yes, Fareed, when that audio connection got disrupted, you were taking us through the contents really of this resolution.
Well, basically the content of the resolution is that there should be resumption of dialogue between India and Pakistan so as to ensure that there is peace and stability in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So that basically was the content, and it was this resolution that was brought in by Devendra Singh Rana, who of course is the provincial president of the National Conference. He brought this resolution, but yesterday there was furor on this resolution in the JK Legislative Council, where other parties, including the PDP and other party legislators, basically said that this is kind of hijacking the issue and the government wants to play politics on this. They want to own up this particular issue, and that is why they are not accommodating the whims of other parties. But then there was furor. Devendra Singh Rana, there was heated exchange of words between Devendra Singh Rana and PDP legislator Naeem Akhtar, after which Rana staged a walkout and the resolution did not go forward. But today, once again, it was scheduled in the business today in the morning. In fact, in the afternoon, there was discussion on it. And finally, this resolution has been passed by the JK Legislative Council. And in fact, this resolution basically talks about resumption of talks. And this is something, in fact, the state government has gone against basically the national interest, in the sense that the central government had made it very clear, saying that ceasefire violations, provocations, talks with separatists really can't go hand in hand, and on the other hand, you'll have talks at the foreign secretary level or any level of Pakistan. So that stand was pretty much clear from the central government. But considering that basically the elections are around the corner in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, so basically every party is trying to outsmart the other as far as the local Imoti issue is concerned. So this was again an issue where the National Conference basically was being targeted by the opposition, saying that this really is not done. This resolution should be basically discussed, but with amendments and with incorporation of ideas of other parties as well. So there was debate on this. Basically, all parties not disputing the content other than the Congress. Congress basically saying that this is not the right time to talk with Pakistan. But other parties, other than BJP and Congress, regional parties unanimously coming out and saying that there should be resumption of talks in center should talk with Pakistan.
The House has unanimously passed a resolution which was brought by the chairman of the Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Council, and the resolution says, this House unanimously resolves that the state government shall urge the union government to take effective steps for prevention of LOC firing, which has caused huge loss of life and property in the affected areas. The House also resolves that the state government must urge the union government to resume the process of Indo-Pak dialogue to ensure peace and stability in the subcontinent in general and the state of Jammu and Kashmir in particular. The House also recommends that the state government should take immediate steps for relief and rehabilitation of the victims of LOC firing and shall provide all required help and facilities to them in this regard. And this has been passed unanimously by the House. This was brought by the chairman.
How much you are satisfied?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
अगर रेजोल्यूशन पास हुआ है तो आपने वॉकआउट किया, क्यों?
वॉकआउट इसलिए किया कि जो हमारा ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ जे.एंड.के है, उसका सेक्शन 3 जो है वो डिफाइन करता है कि जो जम्मू कश्मीर है, इंटायर जे.एंड.के इंक्लूडिंग पीओके, इंक्लूडिंग सीओके, ये एज पर द एक्सेशन जो हुआ है इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया है और हमारे पास कोई भी ऐसा अख्तियार नहीं है कि हम यूनियन को डिक्टेट कर सकें टर्म्स, क्योंकि उसमें यह है कि जो फॉरेन अफेयर्स हैं उस पर जो भी अख्तियारात दिए गए हैं वो उस वक्त यूनियन को दिए गए हैं और उस लिहाज से मेरी कॉन्शियस ये कहती है कि ये और